Welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all, and in this video, we are going to be checking out a mod that is honestly one of the prettiest, most detailed mods that I have seen in a really long time. Now, a couple of things that I want to talk about right out of the gate with this mod. There are essentially 3 different files on mod.io that correspond to this vehicle. However, only 2 out of the 3 are, I don't know why I said only, because 2 out of 3 is still most of it, but either way, 2 out of 3 of those files are console-friendly, whereas the other one is not. And what I want you guys to pay attention to in this video, as I am using all 3 since I'm on PC, is that the only mod add-ons to this vehicle that are not available in the console version are basically going to be anything related to branding. So if you see anything related to Toyota or anything that says Landcruiser on it, those are not going to be available on the console version, but everything else, once it gets approved, will be available on the console version. So just keep that in mind as you watch this video. Now, the vehicle itself is based on a 60 Series Toyota Landcruiser, which we did get in the States. We didn't get a ton of variants of the Landcruiser like they did in a lot of other areas of the world, but we did get most notably the 40, the 60, and the 80, this being the 60. So let's go ahead and get inside of it. We'll fire it up. God, that interior is gorgeous, but we'll fire it up, get it in the garage, and we'll see what kind of customization options we have. It sounds so good. It sounds so incredibly good. Let's do a quick little lap around the garage just to hear it before we take it inside. I'm going to be quiet for a minute. That sounds amazing. And the other major thing to note about this rig is that this is the diesel version, but there are 2 other versions as well. There is, I should say, a naturally aspirated V8 variant, and there's also a boosted V8 variant. So you can really have this in just about any flavor that you would like. So let's go back inside the garage now and get to the customization. Now, you start off, at least in the diesel spec, you start off with a stockish diesel with 855 foot-pounds of torque. The diesel spec is already really torquey and quick. There's also the Trail Rider diesel, the Trail Runner diesel, vanilla spec diesel if you want to kind of dial it back down to a very campaign-friendly or game balance-friendly setup. Then you can go to the Redline diesel if you want to race it, and then the heavy-duty tow and haul spec if you want to pull a house out of the ground. I'm going to go with the Trail Runner diesel. Then, gearbox-wise, I mean, you got just about every single option you can here. I mean, you can tailor this vehicle to literally any driving style that you could possibly ever want to have. So that gives you the heavy tow and haul 4-speed, you have a low and slow crawler 4-speed, Redline 8-speed, stockish 6-speed, tow and haul 10-speed, Trail Rider 5-speed, Trail Runner 6-speed, and vanilla 6-speed. Again, across the board, just about whatever option you could ever want. I'm going to go with the Trail Runner 6-speed as it is a really good all-around approach. Now, suspension-wise, what's cool about this is that the creator of this mod, JohnJohnHotRod, actually gives you a guideline in the list of suspension options as to which tire size each suspension option is tuned for. So, say, for example, the Trail Crawler Stage 1, 34-inch tire spec. Then you have the Trail Crawler Stage 2, 38-inch tire spec. Trail Crawler Stage 3, 40-inch tire spec. Trail Runner, same deal, Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3, and then Trail Scout, Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3. We're going to actually go with the Trail Crawler Stage 3 because that's kind of the approach I'm going for with this build, but you can really go with any of them and not go wrong. You just got to make sure you tailor it to whatever specific tasks you plan on doing. Now, tires-wise, this list is long, so stockish is going to be where your grip levels will start, but as you go down the list, you can basically go through all of the tires that are provided in the stockish spec, then it goes up to Redline spec, and then as you keep on going down, it goes into cheater spec. Now, again, you can tailor this vehicle's performance to however you would like it, and that comes down even to the tire grip. So, cheater is going to have, obviously, different tire coating than Redline. Redline is going to have, obviously, again, different tire coating than stockish, and you can set it up however you would like. Personally, what I find gives a really realistic trail riding and rock crawling experience is actually the Redline spec, because it makes you feel like you have grip, but it also gives you just enough slip that you don't feel like you're just kind of, like basically spider grip that can crawl up whatever you want. So let's go with a set of 40-inch Redline spec tires. I'm thinking about doing these Mudrunner terrains, but we've done the BFGs on pretty much everything. I think we're going to go with these Nitto Trail Grapplers. They're basically the Grappler Runner KOH. So let's go ahead and grab the... Okay, we already got the Trail Runner winch set up. That's good to go. Emblems-wise. Now, as you can see right here, this is part of what's only available in the PC version. For example, the Toyota emblem. On the console, you're going to have the Trail Runner emblem on the front. Now, mudguards, that also gives you the option to put, like, the Toyota branded ones on. We're not going to use those because, I mean, we're running 40s anyway, and if I was building this in real life, I would have taken them off. And then rear body, you can actually put the Toyota badge on the back as well. So let's see, where's that? Oh, I see, right there. So it'll either say Trail Cruiser or Land Cruiser. We're going to go ahead and put the Land Cruiser badges on it, and we'll put the Toyota emblem on the front. Now, interior-wise, so let's see. Expedition Dunes dash-mounted radar. We're going to have to take a look at that in a minute once we get it outside. I can't wait to see what John did with that radar attachment. There's also the, what is this? The component speaker system. Bro, you can... Whoa, you can add, like, aftermarket stereo equipment to this thing? Is that a first for SnowRunner? I think it might be. Now, steering wheel. You have an aftermarket steering wheel, oh, that's cool. Aftermarket steering wheel or Sparko stickers to basically put branding on the aftermarket steering wheel. You can also go back to the stock Land Cruiser wheel, so you have a Trail Cruiser branding and a Land Cruiser branding. Super sick. Like, bro... The branding on, like, the stock versus the Land Cruiser, it's very subtle. But the difference is so there. Oh, my God. Then, you can throw your junk in the trunk if you would like to, which it looks like it comes with, like, a cooler, you know, sleeping bags, camping gear, all that sort of stuff. So I think we're going to stick with the Sparko steering wheel for this one. And front bumper-wise, so we've got a, looks like we've got a worn winch inside of it. Oh, my God, dude. That's so nuts. Like, all right. So that looks like an Arb bumper, and I'm going to go ahead and install it. Then we've got the Arb emblem. Yep. High lift up top, and then let's see. You could do hella lights. Oh, my God. Dude, this is so insane. Like, this is so freaking wild. Like, the amount of customization you have is so off the charts. It genuinely is. Like, let's see. Dummy lights or proper rally lights. Let's do the proper rally lights so we can really use them. So we've got a classic roller-style winch. We've also got a modern shackle-style winch, which we're going to go with. That probably has a synthetic winch line in it as well. And then tow and haul-wise, we've got a, let's see, D-ring shackle hitch, pintle hitch, and shorty hitch. I'm going to go with just, like, the shackle hitch in case we need to do a recovery. Let's see, rear bumper-wise. This is, again, it gets gnarly again. Expedition 60. That unlocks the jerry can carrier. It also unlocks the tire oh, my God. Dude, the amount of, like, customization here is just insane. I mean, ooh... Oh, now what wheels do we want? Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and we'll throw these Method 312s on there. And then we'll put a set of, let's see, Nitto Trail Grapplers on the back. And then let's see, front end, we got an antenna, we got a, oh my God, 80 to 87 grill. Let's see, 80 to 87 with modern LED headlights. Then we've got a, let's see, an 88 to 90 style. Oh my, dude. I don't even know where to begin. This is so insane! You can go through basically every single iteration of the 60 Series Landcruiser's life in this particular mod. God, I'm just going to do the modern LED headlights with the circular style, and then open and closable hood, but if we take it off, you guys can get a look at the, oh my God! Massive, fully built twin-turbo Cummins under the hood. All right. I'm good with that. That is so sick. All right, we're going to do Damage Control Max. We'll also do Goodies Max. And you don't have to run those if you don't want to, but you totally can. Now, Roof and Expedition Rack. We could do a high roof if we really want to. Let's see. High roof interior headline. Whoa, so you have to change the headliner. Then you can do the actual high roof. So, let's see. What happens if we... Oh, it really does make it a convertible. All right. Let's see. Standard headliner, we'll go back to the standard roof, and then let's see, roof rack, 60 Series Expedition Rack. Bro, this is so insane. Canoe? What? You could do a pop-up tent on the roof or a freaking canoe. Wow. That is incredible. That is absolutely incredible. We're getting the rock sliders and then a safari snorkel. And then let's see. So we have the method spare on the back, which is the 312 bead lock. But let's see. We got Armory, Empty Challenger, Trail Cruiser OE, Turbo Mac HD bead lock. God, you could just go on and on. That blue is beautiful. So is the gray. Oh, dude, there's... And you can have them in, like, weathered or polished. However you want to have this thing, I mean, you can. I really like this look, actually. That look is amazing. But you can keep going down the list until you find something that you like. You have weathered, non-weathered, solid, patterned. Literally, the sky is the limit for whatever you want to do with this thing. And, of course, you could throw beans on the dash. We'll put a little air freshener up there. We'll put dice. And now, we're finally ready for an adventure. So let's leave the garage and take a look at this absolute beauty of a vehicle. Like, this is something I would legitimately... I have dreamed of having, like, a 60 series like this in real life. I mean, look at that. That is absolutely just, like... It's so next level. It's insane. I mean, this is far beyond... And I'm not, like, picking at the game by saying this, because I know that when they make the game, they have to split their resources in different ways. But, like, this is worlds beyond the vehicle quality that you would expect from, like, you know, something that came in the game from the get-go. Man, this thing's got so much torque that on the trail suspension, when you floor it, it really does, like, sit to the back. Watch this. Send it. Oh my god, it wheelies! That's insane. I feel like that's probably due to the fact that we also have that extra weight over the back with the spare tire, the jerry cans, all that stuff. But, dude, what do you say we go for a little bit of a wheeling trip with a canoe on top of my roof? Actually, I know exactly where we should go. All right, Beans, you ready for this? Because I know where we should go. And actually, I wonder if maybe if we switched out that suspension for something a little bit closer to, like, the Trail Scout, if it might be a little bit more... it might be a little bit more willing to kind of, like, bear that extra weight on the back of the, on the back of the truck. So let's see. Now, if we give it some gas now, yeah, okay, that has a lot more load-bearing capacity at the rear. But it's still not bad. I mean, it's still got really nice damping settings. You can cruise along on an uneven road and never worry about it getting bouncy. Actually, the Trail Scout is pretty dang nice. And what I might do is I might actually retune the suspension when I get to the trailhead. I might, like, go into the virtual garage and adjust a couple of things. But, I mean, that's the beauty of, like, having the dev tools. And the funny thing is, if you had, like, adjustable coilovers on your rig in real life, that's not far from realism. I mean, there are people with off-road rigs that will set their rig up for, like, you know, a long highway drive or something, and then when they get to the trailhead, they'll just retune their coilovers, and they'll set off down the trail. It's pretty wild what you can do with some of these modern suspension setups. Now, whoa, it's not bad on the pavement. It's really not. Like, when you give it the beans on the pavement, even in high, nah, it goes. And it tracks pretty dang, like, you know, dead ahead, too. Ease it around this turn. I mean, dude, it drives so well. I mean, you can just drive it along in first-person view, in high if you wanted, you know, just chilling out, hanging back. Got the AC running, you know, out here for a nice weekend of exploring and camping and apparently canoeing as well. God, you just got every adventure feature all set up and ready to go for you, don't you? What's the horn sound like? I haven't tested it. Well, that actually sounds pretty good. Oh, yo, you know what we need to do? We need to try out that dash radar. Yo. Oh, man. Yo! It's a little Landcruiser going through some sand dunes. Is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen? I love that. Beans loves it, too. Beans is all about it. All right, now that it's back in the dash, we can head on out. And if we check the map, wow, that actually, dude, that radar sweep is massive. The amount of area that actually reveals is wild. Now, I know this video is probably getting a little long for a single, like, you know, single mod review or single mod look, but God, it is so worth it. Like, this thing is one of those vehicles I could genuinely just drive around for hours. I could drive it around for hours. I could take photos of it for hours. Let's see how we do just crawling up onto these rocks. Let's see, easy. Are we diff lock always on? Okay, cool. That's in standard low. Oh, God. Oop. And see, look, it's still got an amazing amount of flex on the Trail Scout suspension. And the rock grip is good. The rock grip with the red line tires is really good, I've got to admit. It's definitely good enough that I wouldn't worry about it going down any kind of trail. And it makes the rocks feel a little bit less like glass, you know what I mean? All right, let's back this thing up real quick. Oh, it's so freaking good. And the coolest thing about it is that, yes, this is totally a vehicle that you could take down like a rock crawling trail and get super gnarly and flexy with. But it's also a vehicle that you could just take to somewhere like this, like, you know, down by a river, hang out, put your canoe in, and then, like, come back and, you know, like, make some food for yourself, set up camp. I mean, that really is what this thing is for. I would go so far as to say, like, while it can totally be a trail rig, it really feels like it's most at home being a very, very, very capable overlander slash camper slash adventure rig slash I'm just going to take my canoe to the river today kind of rig. But I love this thing. You guys should absolutely check it out. This is definitely going to be a mainstay in my SnowRunner garage going forward. And I'm definitely trying to think about where I want to take this thing next because I would love to do some proper adventures with it. And I would also love to bring you guys along with me for those adventures. But if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time.